Hello world. This story is about my trip to Cuba, Havana, Cuba in 2017. I took 2 trips to Cuba actually. The first time I took a trip to Cuba, I was scammed. The Cubans offered cigars. They have this whole spiel. They say, come to our homes. We work at the factories, and the Cuban government allows us to take home 7 cigars every day that we work at the factory. And what we can do is we can accumulate cigars over the months, and then we can package them and sell them to benefit ourselves to tourists. This is their sales pitch, and I fell for it the first time that I was there. I spent about $250. I received maybe 60 cigars. I had 2 boxes, 1 box of Cohiba, or what I thought were Cohiba, and cigars, and another box of Monte Cristo cigars. I bought these because I was told that Fidel Castro loved the Cohiba, and Ernesto Che Guevara de la Serna loved the Monte Cristo. My dad smokes cigars, or at least he dabbles in it when he plays golf, and I thought this would be a wonderful gift for my father. So I bought 2 boxes. Later I learned that I had been scammed and those cigars were fake. I did a quick search on YouTube, which I couldn't do while I was in Havana because accessing the internet, Wi-Fi is extremely difficult there. You have to go to the parks. You have to pay for a Wi-Fi card for 1, 3, 5 hours, for 1 hour, 3 hours, or 5 hours, okay? And then you have to access whatever, and it's not always easy. I think YouTube was probably accessible. However, I was just plain out scammed. I trusted the guys and what they said, and that was it. But they were good. They were very good. This is a common scam. It wasn't only that guy. I mean, there were many people. It seemed like every Cuban who saw me said, "Hey, come here. Would you like to buy some cigars?" You know, we work in the factories, and every day we're able to take 7 cigars home, and then we accumulate them and sell them to tourists to benefit ourselves. It was like, man, no. Everywhere I went, it was the same thing. So I want to tell you about what happened in Havana. I believe it was my second time in Havana. And before I get into that story, I'll say this. Yes, the first time that I went to Havana, I paid $250 US, or the equivalent of $250 US, for about 60 cigars. On my second trip to Havana, I purchased about $250 worth of cigars, and I received maybe 8 cigars, real cigars. Okay, they were government certified. They had holograms. They had I purchased them in the government stores. I wasn't going into any Cubanos home or Havanitos homes. No. I went back. I told my dad. I let him know, stop smoking those cigars. They're fake. I have to get you the real ones. So I had to rectify the situation, and I did. As you can see, I came back with only 8 cigars, but they were genuine. All right. I'll try to keep this short. I was in Havana. I was in my accommodation. It was an Airbnb, which they call Casa Particular or Casa Particulares in Havana, or in Cuba. I was staying with the family, and I had purchased Ernesto Che Guevara de la Serna's book, The Motorcycle Diaries, or Los Diarios de Motocicletas. I think that's how it is. I was reading it that night, and I read, in the first few pages that he was shot on October 8th, and he succumbed to his wounds on October 9th. Now, why is that significant? Because, again, that was one encounter with 10-9 for me. 10-9, that's my birthday, all right? And that was the day on which Ernesto Che Guevara de la Serna lost his life. Not in the same year, of course. I was born after him, later. He was murdered, or he was assassinated in 1967. So not on the exact same day, but 10-9, that's the same day. And I didn't know this. I didn't know this particular fact before traveling, before reading that book, and before noticing those dates in that moment. So that was a very special moment to encounter 10-9, because not only did I learn that, did I find the connection between his life and mine, or the parallel between his life and mine, but yes, in a very real sense, I was paralleling his life, because I was also traveling through Latin America at the same time. So this was on the same, it was the same year that I had my encounter with 109, or specifically 1009, the time at Machu Picchu in Peru. And now I was having an experience with October 9th in Havana, Cuba. So that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Peace.